Welcome back to the fourth episode of the legendary Ali saga. In the previous episode, we saw how Ali had managed to accomplish his lifelong dream of becoming the heavyweight champion by overcoming all hurdles and brutally beating Sonny Liston.
They might be stopping it. That might be all, ladies and gentlemen. I am the king of the world. Hold it. Hold it. You're not that pretty. I'm a bad man. Wait. I shook up the world.
In this episode, we take you through the struggle of Ali in maintaining that title, how his battles weren't only confined to the ring, and his great fight against a strong contender, Ernie Terrell.
Man is floating on the world, on the ocean of activity.
After his stunning victory against Sonny Liston, Ali quickly became one of the most popular figures on the planet. His brash personality and unapologetic confidence in his abilities resonated with people around the world. Ali was not just a boxer. He was a symbol of black pride and a powerful voice for social justice. The media couldn't get enough of him, and Ali became a regular fixture on television and in magazines. He was a magnetic personality who always had something to say, whether it was about boxing or politics. Just a day after the fight, Ali publicly announced his conversion to Islam and the change in his name.
Muhammad means worthy of all praises, and Ali means most high.
Do you intend to fight under that name?
Yes, sir. I want to be called by that name. I write autographs to that name. I want to be known all over the world as that name.
The new champion then took some time off from boxing. He took the time to visit Africa and the Middle East, and he began granting interviews to the major papers around the world and making appearances on American TV.
If the champion of the whole world can whoop every man in Russia, every man in America, every man in China, every man in Japan, every man in Europe, every man in America, the champion of the whole world, that sounds big then.
Many who weren't boxing fans soon grew familiar with Ali. It wasn't too long before Ali returned to the ring. The ring wasn't only his paycheck, it was his life as well. Besides his need to box, he craved the adulation of his fans and the exaltation that came with fame and success. Ali's own triumph was diminished somewhat by many events that took place between the first and second fights with Liston. In 1964, shortly after Ali won the heavyweight title, Malcolm X broke rank with the Nation of Islam and created his own religious and political groups dedicated to spiritual enlightenment and social justice. A feud rapidly developed between the followers of Elijah Muhammad and those who left the Nation of Islam to join Malcolm X. Ali chose to remain loyal to the Nation of Islam, although he admired Malcolm X. In February '65, Malcolm X was assassinated in New York City. Two of those charged with his murder were black Muslims from the New Jersey Mosque of the Nation of Islam. Ali not only received the usual threatening calls from white racists, he also got death threats from people who claimed to be followers of Malcolm X. Due to this, Ali was guarded by the FBI and the local police during the month and a half before the fight. Just as Ali was facing danger due to his religious life, he began facing personal problems as his wife was uninterested in Islam and converting. She therefore refused to refrain from the things prohibited in it, which created a big conflict between the couple. The night before his rematch fight with Liston, Ali and Sonji agreed to get a divorce. As we discussed in the previous episode, Ali made short work of Liston, virtually ending his career in their rematch. He had only one more fight in 1965 with former heavyweight champion Floyd Patterson, a gutsy fighter whose personality was the opposite of Ali's. Whereas Ali was loud and extravagant, Patterson was quiet and dignified. Ali, after refusing to renounce the Nation of Islam, had become one of America's most visible symbols of black pride. Patterson wasn't a leading figure in the struggle for racial equality, but he was clearly involved in the struggle. The mainstream press, which was controlled mostly by whites, was rooting for Patterson to take the title away from Ali. Reacting to their favoritism, Ali labeled Patterson as a black-white hope, alluding to the days in the early 20th century when several white fighters tried to take away the heavyweight title from Jack Johnson, the first black world champion. On November 11th in Las Vegas, Patterson fought bravely for 12 rounds until Ali battered him into submission. After Muhammad Ali's contract with the Louisville Millionaires expired in 1966, he enlisted the services of a new manager, Herbert Muhammad, the son of the Nation of Islam's founder, Elijah Muhammad. With Muhammad at the helm, Ali's earnings skyrocketed, as he made an average of $420,000 per fight in his first 3 bouts under his new manager. This was a significant increase from his earnings under his previous management. Following the Patterson fight, Ali established his own promotion company called Bout. This company was primarily responsible for managing Ali's boxing promotions and pay-per-view closed-circuit television broadcasts. The majority of the company's shareholders were members of the Nation of Islam, as well as a few others, including Bob Arum.
You ain't got no
Back off of me.
Don't call me no Uncle Tom.
That's what you are, Uncle Tom.
Why you gonna call me Uncle Tom?
What
I
you,
ain't do
gonna,
nothing.
you heard
Call
me.
no
Just
Uncle
back
Tom.
off of me.
And so, ladies and
Uncle
gentlemen,
Tom?
as the two contestants prepare for
Wait,
battle
what?
right now,
Back off of me, man.
On March 29, 1966, Muhammad Ali was scheduled to fight the then WBA heavyweight champion Ernie Terrell in Chicago. However, Ali had been stripped of his title by the WBA after he joined the Nation of Islam. This fight was set to be a chance for Ali to reclaim his championship status, but the Vietnam War was in full swing at the time, and Ali had made it clear that he would refuse to serve in the military.
Hell no, we won't go. Hell no, we won't go. Hell no, we won't go.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Muhammad Ali has just refused to be inducted into the United States Armed Forces. Notification of his refusal is being made to the United States Attorney, the State Director of the Selective Service System, and the local Selective Service Board for whatever action deemed to be appropriate.
When questioned by the press, Ali famously stated, "I ain't got nothing against no Viet Cong. No Viet Cong never called me."
Heard my little Vietnam poem?
No, I haven't.
Clean out my cell and take me to jail. Better there fed than in Vietnam dead.
This statement caused a massive public uproar, and many people saw Ali's refusal to serve as unpatriotic.
Everybody, when the people, all of the politicians of all other white races come together, and they, although they believe different, they think different, whites can come together and discuss the common cause. But whenever a few of us come together, the world is shook up. And I say, whatever went back there is our business.
Amidst the controversy, the Illinois Athletic Commission refused to sanction the fight, citing technicalities. Instead of fighting in the United States, Muhammad Ali traveled to Canada and Europe, where he won championship bouts against George Chuvalo, Henry Cooper, Brian London, and Carl Mildenberger. He then returned to the US to face Cleveland Williams at the Astrodome in Houston on November 14, 1966, which drew a record-breaking crowd of 35,460 people. Despite Williams' reputation as one of the hardest punchers in the heavyweight division, Ali dominated the fight and won by technical knockout in the third round.
The winner by a technical knockout and still heavyweight champion of the world, Cassius Clay.
the heavyweight champion of the world, Muhammad Ali.
Ali's next championship title defense was against Ernie Terrell after their fight had been cancelled previously. It was fought in Houston on February 6, 1967. Terrell had been unbeaten for 5 years and was considered by many to be Ali's toughest opponent since Liston. The lead-up to the fight was marked by tension as Terrell repeatedly called Ali Clay, which annoyed him greatly.
You keep the thing in the sport angle. Why don't you call me my name, man?
Well, what's your name? You told me your name was Cassius Clay a few
I
years
never
ago.
told you my name was Cassius Clay. My name is Muhammad Ali, and you will announce it right there in the center of that ring after the fight if you don't do it now.
In the end, Ali won the fight by a unanimous 15-round decision. Although critics described it as one of the ugliest boxing fights due to Ali's apparent intent to inflict maximum punishment on Terrell. During the fight, Ali taunted Terrell by hitting him with jabs and shouting, "What's my name, Uncle Tom? What's my name?" Terrell claimed that Ali had deliberately thumbed him in the eye early in the fight, causing him to fight half-blind, and then rubbed the wounded eye against the ropes in a clinch. Despite Ali's denial of the accusations, the fight provided more evidence of his arrogance to his critics. By 1967, Ali had defeated virtually all of his opponents and was at the height of his physical prowess. It appeared that nothing could stand in the way of him becoming the greatest heavyweight champion of all time. But this sense of invincibility would be short-lived because even though Ali could fight any battle inside the ring, he would soon be facing larger opponents outside it, in politics, society, the US government system, and boxing licensing in the United States. So, stick around with us for the next episode to see how Ali dealt with all of these challenges as he continued to grow as an icon inside and outside the sport of boxing. With that said, thanks for watching, and don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button if you guys enjoyed it.